Good morning, everyone. In previous class, I revised 1 marks question and answers in the second chapter. Today, in this video, I'm going to revising section B, that is for 2 marks. In the second chapter, we can expect 2 questions for the final examination. This questions number will be, we can expect question number will be 14 and 15 in the final examination. Here, first question, give the meaning of mental revolution as propounded by Taylor. This mental revolution concept we can see in the scientific principles. This scientific principles has propounded by or given by the F.W. Taylor. In scientific principles, the principle of harmony not discard. In this principle, this mental revolution we can look. What is here mental revolution? Mental revolution involves a changes in the attitude of workers and the management towards one another from competition to cooperation. The Taylor here, they are going to giving their opinion in an organization, the management and workers, it is most important. Without that worker, there is no organization or there is no management. Without that management, there is no worker. That means the workers and the management both should very important to the organization. In the organization, the workers are in the management, they should not be have the competition. Instead of competition, they should have a cooperation among the management and workers. This process we can call it as mental revolution. This is a very important question for the examination point of view. This question they asked in March 2019 and March 2019. Next question we have second question. What is discipline according to Fayal? The Fayal is a general management father, and here the discipline is one of the principle. The Fayal has propounded are given by the 14 principles, discipline among that one principle. What is discipline here? Discipline is the obedience to organizational rules and employment agreement which are necessary for working of the organization. Here, the worker has to follow some rules and regulation, or the workers has to follow some set of norms, that is a rules. This rules, it is included in the employment agreement. After that issuing that employment agreement, the employee has to follow in the organization. It is called discipline. And question number 3, we have two differences between unity of command and unity of direction. The unity of command and unity of direction, it is also this also it is comes in the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Here what is the differences? Here I have given the 3 differences. In the examination, always you have to present in the format, in this format only. Like first you have to write it basis, next unity of command, unity of direction. On the basis itself only, you can easily write the differences. What is unity of command for what is unity of direction? Now first basis we have purpose. Here purpose to prevent dual subordination. That means in unity of command, the direction or the task given by only the one boss. There is no two boss for an individual, because of if they have the two boss, they should have a confusion and misunderstanding. So that is the reason the Henry Fayol has given that unity of command. That means for individuals, they should have only one boss. One boss will give a direction to individual, and in unity of direction to prevent activities overlap. Second one focused on your single employee, unity of direction, entire organization, and meaning I already explained in the principles of, that is identifiable principles. In unity of command, one subordinate should receive orders from, should be responsible to only one superior. I just now told that, I just now explained, that is a one boss will give a direction, one boss will give a task to individual, the individual has to responsible for the boss itself only, and each group of activities have same objective, must have one head and one plan. And coming to that next one, we have very important question, that is a scalar chain and gangplank. This scalar chain also, it is a one of the 14 principles. That means the 14 principles is a very important, they may supposed to, or you may supposed to expect for 1 marks and 2 marks for the final examination. Here what is scalar chain? It means the formal lines of authority from highest to lowest rank are known as scalar chain. That means the authority, this authority or power, it is flowing from highest to the lowest. Highest means here top level management. Lowest means here superior or a supervisor or a operational or a lower level management. This process are this known as scalar chain. Next one we have gangplank. Gangplank means the scalar chain is violated in case of emergency. That means the scalar chain means you have to go through with the order wise. That means they should not be directly move to that one to that another. That means if the suppose this lower level management has to meet to the top level management, they have to go with a middle level management. They should not cross with a directly the top level management. In some cases, in some emergency time, the lower level management, they can directly go with the top level management. This process is called as a gangplank. Here I have given one more meaning. Which one is better for you? You can write it in the examination. And question number 6 is a state any two significance of principles of management. This question they asked in the March 2020. That is they have given that 4 significance or importance. You can write it any two in the examination. Here first one, providing managers with a useful insight into reality, optimum utilization of resources, scientific decision, meeting changing environment requirement. This all that points I'll explain in detail in coming in section C, that is a 4 marks question and answers. Next question number 7, define scientific management. I already explained the scientific management has given by the F.W. Taylor. Here what is scientific management? According to F.W. Taylor, knowing exactly what you want to meant to do and seeing that they do it in the best and cheapest way. Here the Taylor has in telling that knowing exactly what you want to meant to do. That means in an organization, the worker what they are working, you have to just see whether they are doing in the correct manner or in the systematic manner or in the best manner along with in the cheapest way. That means the Taylor has concentrating here the method and the cost. The cost also should be reduced and the method should be very best. With this or with these two things, we can get the most or a higher productivity in the organization. And the last question in the section B, give the meaning of principles of management. This principles of management are statement that statement of basic truth about that some phenomena that broad and general guidance to the management. That means this principles of management, it is a set of the rules and regulations, or it is a set of some phenomena, and this is a general guidance. General guideline means this guidelines, it is guiding to the manager whenever that they have difficult condition, difficult situation, difficult moment in the organization. The manager can take a good decision for the growth of the organization. It is called principles of management. In the next class, I am going to revising section C, that is a 4 marks question and answers. Thank you.